and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay.
Do your intro.
I am live. And somebody, not we, I'm having some
We
technical difficulties
we are.
for some reason. It was good. So Trina and Rick, can somebody let me know if you all hear echoes? Trina and Rick, say hi. It's Wednesday, you all, so it's time for Trina with the birds.
Hello. I'm gonna go to my Facebook page where you share it.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Do you hear me?
I can hear you all,
Okay. Well, we won't make it work
but
one
I'm
way or
unable
another.
to hear.
That's
We
right.
definitely won't keep this. We'll come back strong next week.
All right.
This is just a test. So see, this is what happens when you have technical difficulties.
And trust me, lately it's been a lot. My classes have been
Yeah, so I'm
interrupted.
going to
It's
share
a
to
lot.
the page.
I don't know.
I'm going to share
I think
to
it's on both parts.
Friends Timeline.
They've been messing with it too.
I see you on YouTube. Post. Okay. I see you on the phone. Trina or
I'm
Rick, can
looking.
you guys see me on your page?
I'm just on checking to see now. It didn't go live yet on my page.
Okay, it didn't go live. So you all, this is the beauty.
Yeah, today's number.
Everything going on. Look at Trina's hair is out. Rick's hair is out. My hair's parted. I got two plaits.
Oh, my hair
Because
is out to keep my neck warm while I walk in the morning.
Oh, okay, see. And I realized one plait is here and one is way back here, like in the backyard. One's in this is in the front yard. This is the backyard.
This is backyard. Okay.
But trust me, we will have it together.
Look, this is the norm thing. Nothing, networks have problems, so
Okay, we got one person watching, but it might be you. So the person that's watching, can you post something in the comments on Facebook to identify yourself? Oh, okay, Steve. And I realize one pot is here.
Does
Oh,
it
that's
hear
me
us?
talking. It's reading itself.
It's live, and I'm waiting to see if I hear anything.
Well, I am. Now we have two people watching. So on Facebook for me, it's actually doing the words as if it's interpreting at the bottom. YouTube is still flickering. And so let me post it. I'm gonna post a comment on my own page.
Okay, to see where it goes. Yeah.
All right, let me see if I see it live, but I'm not sure I'm not getting any sound. Let me see. I'll put my speakers on.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I
I
hear it
saw
live.
somebody.
Yes. Yep, it's weird.
Okay. Comments. Let's see. Is anybody commenting? No, other than myself. Somebody else comment, please, because I can read my notes all day long. Other than myself.
Yeah,
Somebody else comment, please, because I can read my notes all day long. See, I'm coming through my computer and not the normal. So Trina said, so let me see. I'll put my speakers on.
Oh, let me hang up from you and I'll see if I hear you. And if I
Okay,
don't,
well,
I'll see it right
let
back.
me see. I'll put my speakers on.
Oh, let me hang up from you and I'll see if I hear you. And if I
Okay,
don't, I'll see it right
okay. This is what is a complete mess. That's all it is.
No, I hear. I hear you.
You hear me? You hear me coming through Facebook? I mean through the internet?
Yeah, I'm on. Wait a minute, hold on.
Am I foggy?
Go ahead now.
Am I foggy? Am I clear?
You got it?
You're back.
You're back.
Good.
I'm not back here, but okay, let me put the mic down so people can hear me. So hey, this is DJ Straight coming from Braid from the Closet Studio. And if it's Wednesday, it's time for drum roll. tripping with the birds, and not only are you tripping with the birds today, you are tripping with Glenn, because DJ Straight is sure tripping today. So, hey, I blew it, y'all. We were supposed to have four people coming on board on the RV last week, and I blew it because my phone was downstairs in another room, and I was upstairs. But their friends are going to come back on, and not only that, one of the questions I wanted to ask y'all that was in my head earlier, talk about the wheels on the RV. Why do some of them have one and some of them have two?
Okay. Master your down.
Go ahead, I'll mute. You go ahead.
Okay. So,
Do that.
Oh, wait a minute, I didn't mute yet.
let me just come to you. Can I come to
Yeah,
you?
you
Can you
just
hear
mute.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, that's a good question. DJ Street. Listen, it goes by weight, just like the Let's do your feedback.
Unmute yourself and I'll be.
That's probably me. Keep talking. I'm a mute on my end. Now we can't hear him at all.
All right, go ahead, Rick.
Okay,
Yeah,
what
we
what
good.
it boils down to, you asked about the like the two tires, the four tires. It all goes by just like the DMV, vehicle weight. Like the weight of the coach dictates that the number of axles you need to actually run safely. A lot of them have four wheels on the
Okay.
back, four tires on the back, and like some have more than six. It all depends on the weight. Like all like one as far as back from like one of the 12 trailways and the greyhounds, they all have like the double tires on the back, which is a single
Okay.
axle, but it's a heavy duty single axle to carry the weight.
So you all only have four going all the way around. Can you hear me? You all have four going all the way around, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
well,
Two in
no,
the
we got
front,
two in the front and two on each side, left and right.
six.
Six.
So
You
that's
got six
six.
tires.
So do you have to change all the tires at one on? Do you have to change? So like one, if the left front comes out, do you have to change the left front at one time? I mean, both of them at the same time, or can you replace one tire?
Well, like you should, but normally if you have a flat tire, you can't really do that. So you have to put on a spare. But while there's like a monthly, maintenance, or like every 3 months, I do every 3 months, a monthly, maintenance that you rotate the tires, and so that keeps them running evenly, so they don't get any bad wears on it. So, and like what it's doing, like doing so, you get a better ride.
Okay.
That's your camera, Rick, because you off to the side. Or move over.
So each time you change. So I'm
No,
gonna put it like this: a set. So each time you change one set,
no.
you have to change both tires. I
Yes,
consider both tires a
exactly.
set.
Yes. Okay. Yes. The answer to that would be like more or less, most definitely.
Okay. So tell us about the ride back. Did you guys get caught in rain and stuff? And
No, we made
how
it
is that
back
the
just
windshield washers?
in
Huh?
time. We got back at night because we stopped off because we were with our little group, and we stopped off and had dinner. And by the time we got home, we were, by the time we left the restaurant, we were actually in traffic. I don't know what traffic that was because it was Sunday. I don't know where they were going,
They were going back to back from Monday morning.
but it was late. But it was still good traffic. We made it back. Got situated. But it was a wonderful trip. It was. We were there for 14 days, and it was a state park and beautiful water, the lake everywhere. It was actually in walking. Every site is in walking distance of some of the lake because it's a huge dam with water all around, miles and miles. So wherever your campsite is, you were in walking distance right from your campsite down to the water.
Yeah.
Well, I bet that was
Beautiful,
a pretty sight.
peaceful. Um, I had to still do my classes, and had planned the trip back in August, and I knew I would have to be online doing my classes, and so I purchased this item called We Boost,
We boost.
and it showed enough. It was $500, and I was like, oh, I'm skeptical.
Okay, now what is it though? Explain to them what it is.
So We Boost is a tool that allows your existing hotspot get a stronger signal.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say the signal is coming from let's say DC, but you're actually in Virginia, and that's where the satellite is in DC. It typically it'll be a kind of a weak signal in your area, but this
Okay.
thing called We Boost, which is designed for RVers and people in boats, people that are mobile. You can if you purchase this, it will pull that signal even stronger, much more, and the internet lasts the whole trip.
Like say,
Whole trip.
Does that work while you're traveling as well, while you're literally on the road, or just when you stop?
Nope. Why you could be in the car, you could be
y'all
doing anything. Yep.
24/7.
Because it's steady on. The only thing is, and when you're in the RV, typically the plugs are not activated by electric or the generator. So you would have
Okay.
to go down the road with the generator running because the We Boost antenna plugs into a socket, and so does the little internet. I would call it like a
It's an amplifier.
amplifier. Yeah, those two items have to be plugged in.
So
Of
that's
course,
it's a big device.
no, it's little.
Nah,
Can I share my screen?
Yeah.
it's really a small piece,
You should see it.
but it's a powerful piece. And what it
I
is,
guess I was trying to figure out like normal like when I carry my hotspot, I make sure it's charged and then it doesn't have to be plugged in again.
yeah, this is a little bit more powerful. It needs a lot more power, and that's why I guess like they call it like the web boost, because like what it does, it amplifies um like the signal, like putting on like a simple way. If you have one bar in a remote area, it will boost it up to 4 bars, so you get
Okay.
that like that like throughput needed to make a solid connection. So that's what that does,
Okay.
and it's a nice piece. It's a big piece component. Uh,
Can you see my screen?
Not
um,
yet. Oh, I have to let you in.
yeah. But like you see, once you get it, it's a nice compact piece, and
Okay.
it's called a dry reach for RVs, and that's what it is. It's 3 pieces. One's a amplifier. One's like the transmitter, and then that one there is a mobile device where you can go outside your RV, so you still get that reception.
You guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. Four
Yeah.
ninety
So
nine ninety
yeah.
nine.
This is
Hmm.
the one. Yeah, this is the one that I
And they do have like a couple models. Like this is like I don't know if this is low end or not. Is it true?
no, this is the one we bought.
I know, but like they got 3 types. They got the kind of tower, and they have I'll take what size is it in the middle.
That's all the pieces right there.
No, she has.
Yeah,
She
that's the
has.
one we have. But you can get that. You talking about that tall
Yeah, the
antenna
antenna.
that you
Three
can get?
different types.
Yeah,
But that's why I know it was 2 types.
yeah. It's two. Well, the antenna. It's not two types. It's the same unit, but you replace that small antenna that you saw initially
Mm-hmm.
with the taller one. So that
Gotcha.
little piece just sits right there. But you could get. See here, you could get
Now
that
how
bigger
many
piece.
devices?
Oh, everything, everything. We had our tablets going. We had my
Mm-hmm.
my laptop going, and we had our cell phones. Yep. So what we did was our old cell
That's pretty
phone.
nice.
We used that to get to use it as a radio in the morning. We have it
Radio.
hooked to a little speaker so that you can get the radio. But those are the three pieces for $4.99. I think the tower, and that's just exactly how it's hooked onto our unit.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Does it stay Does it stay on the RV even when you're not driving it, or you can take it out, or is that installed?
We didn't install it. I wasn't too comfortable with installing it because the little maroon box gets really hot. So I put it on a
Okay,
little stand so that it wouldn't touch anything directly like the wall or I was a little leery about that. Um, and I wanted to
okay,
be that piece there. That piece gets extremely hot, so I didn't want it on that wood like that.
Right.
I actually,
okay.
It
that's
does
that.
generate a whole lot of heat.
Yeah, it does. This piece here that you see now doesn't, and that's like in the corner. We have it like right where they are, but it's up on the side, and it's out of the way, and you just you don't even really know that it's there. You just go ahead and do your thing, and it just it's it does its thing. I really like it. I really like the fact that it is works because that's a lot of money, $500 just
Yeah,
to see.
Yeah.
I never the price, but I read the specs on it, and like they came back, pretty good.
Positive.
Yeah.
And another thing, the trip before this last trip we went to, there was a gentleman there. He actually had
He,
the
right, he had the
antenna.
tower one.
I'll show you the tower. Let me just share my screen again.
Like Trina said, all it is, it like raises it up a little bit higher from its what its like
Right. So
destination.
the outside, the antenna part is installed, but the part that's inside of the I want to say caboose is not a train. The part that's inside of the RV is movable or that's stable.
Well, you can get like like Trina said, you can go either way. We prefer to put ours like out in the open so we can see like the green bar on it. Cause there's a green bar on it, and that's like one that's constantly lit. You know that is on, and you know that you get like the full power. And then
And you don't have to worry about when you move. You don't have to run out there and try to figure out anything.
rather than it being into a closet, we can like more or less like create a lot of heat. So we have it out in the open.
See, this is that tall one that stretches all the way up as high as you want it, and then
Okay.
this piece here goes on top of it. But then you got to take that down. You can't be running. It's 25 feet. It's 25 foot. So you can't be running around.
Okay.
You can't forget it. You can't like just take off and forget it.
Nah.
Yeah.
Which we probably would, because when we first got
Antenna.
our RV, we had a TV in the bedroom, and it's a story that we actually just told this story to our friends this past week. And when they sold it to us, they showed us the unit. We went inside and checked it all out, and it was a at that time it was analog TVs, the ones with the big back.
Right, the big box.
So
Okay.
they showed it to us with a TV in the bedroom. So when we go to pick it up, there's no TV in the bedroom. I'm like, oh no. He's like, oh no, that was a prop. Well, that was just for show. No, you didn't tell me that that was a prop. You didn't tell me it wasn't included. I expected that to be included in the price, and
Wow.
that was my reason for buying it. So when I said that, they were like, okay. So they said, okay, look, go ahead and do the deal. We'll cut you a check today. Um, go look and find a TV that you want, and then we'll cut you a check. So of course we went and found a TV that had a built-in DVD player and everything, and they cut us a check,
Okay.
and we bought it. And Rick, we set it up in in the
In
area
the
where it was
bedroom.
supposed to be. And every time we would get in the RV and take off and pull and hear this big thump, it will fall off the shelf. So eventually, Rick, like kind of wired it down so it wouldn't. But that TV still works to the day. And I mean to tell you, it
Wow.
fell like 5 times. Now it's
It's
smart
gotta be
TV.
a Philips or a Sharp or Magnavox, those old TVs that last a
Old TV.
long
Yep. We have it
Yes,
on the
they
back
do.
porch in the deck.
And like believe it or not,
time. Wow.
she's only telling like the one side of the story. I'm I'm like the pilot, like I'm the driver, and she's the co-pilot. And the job is for a co-pilot to go and see if everything's secure. You know,
Uh oh.
while I take off. and like it didn't happen that way. 5 times it didn't happen that way.
Whole five.
So that's how it was. I'm like, wow.
He
What?
got stories too where he was supposed to do something and didn't do it.
Oh, please.
Don't even try it.
But you were just talking about the TV.
Yeah, right.
Add that in on it.
But it does the job. And then of course, when we started out, we didn't do a lot of traveling, but you had no, you couldn't ride around with your internet, so you had to rely on public TV at the campsites to be able to see TV and all
Yeah.
that. Now
Correct.
today, you got your tablet. Um, we have
It's a
Xfinity at the
house.
house, so we
It's
can
a
watch.
house in a house.
Yeah,
Right.
and we can watch TV, recorded TV shows right on our tablet or our laptops that have been recorded at home. So you don't miss your shows if you record them. Um, we have Netflix, we have Amazon. I was thinking about doing Hulu, but I just it's another just $6.99. But it's just too much with Amazon. With all these different
Yeah,
fees.
all that stuff has a lot of things going on anyway.
Mm-hmm. But you got all your comforts of home. It's just a great way of life. We've already booked our first trip for 2022, April 1st to April 11th. Our friends too. So we're all going
Okay.
back to where we were because it's just so reasonable. You cannot. It's
197, right?
right.
Right.
$28 a night. If you're over 62, it's $14 a night, and you can go somewhere for 2 weeks and not have to kill yourself with a credit card bill when you come back.
At the end, right?
So how often do you guys have to stock up on food when you go places like that?
Well, I usually, yeah, if it's the season, I'll just, stock up and whatever we don't eat, I'll leave for the next trip. Right now, we're done. We were supposed to go to Myrtle Beach in
New Year's.
New Year's, like the 28th, December 28th through the 6th or the 3rd or something like that. And right now, I haven't gotten a refund back because we had to put half down. We're probably not going to go because, well, it depends because next Monday the RV goes in the shop and we've got like about 10 things that need to be looked. We haven't done anything since 2007. We bought it
Oh
brand new. We're
wow.
the only one, one person owner. And this last trip, we had an electrical problem. Part of the electricity went out. We still were able to function because I just ran a cord on the other side. But then we've
Okay.
got a couple of things where it's a little bit of wear and tear happening. So depending on how much that costs us to get repaired and how much our insurance coverage covers, we may have to, instead of spending, because that place in Myrtle Beach is all like $110 a night,
A night.
and we're going to be down there for 5 nights, so that's like $600-700. So it's a choice between going there or dumping that $600 or $700 into getting it fixed so that we could go everywhere we want come
Yep.
2022.
That
So,
makes sense.
and we kind of are leery about going through seasons. So right now, last night it was like 29, 36 or something, and frost on the windows. You can't have your RV sitting out there with water in the tanks because it'll freeze.
It'll freeze.
So
Right.
and it's already started in November to be cold. So us waiting till the end of December, we need to winterize it. So if you
Yeah, you asking
spend
for
enough money
trouble.
to
You asking to
winterize
spend
it,
more money.
right, then you got to get to where you're going in Myrtle Beach, where you need to be able to access your water because they put antifreeze in there to keep it just like a car does. So you got to drain all that out. You got to flush it all out, use it, and then come back and then pay or do it yourself to add the antifreeze. And I don't think we're really ready for that. And we don't know what the weather's going to be trying to get to
Right.
Myrtle Beach with snow maybe on the ground, ice. It was icy out there this morning when we were walking.
Yeah, it was.
So
It was really slippery out,
yeah, it was
and it was
slippery.
thick. It was thick too.
Yeah, it was real thick. So I don't know that we want to be bothered with chancing that kind of thing. Um, so we're probably going to postpone that trip and just go ahead and get it winterized next week when it goes in, and then just bust out there April 1st.
First thing.
Have you all ever driven in snow with the
Yes.
RV?
No, it's not really like one that's recommended because again, getting back to the weight, the tires, it's just entirely too much
Risk.
weight,
Too much risk.
weight and risk. I guess.
Okay.
No, I would say no, we haven't,
Typically, what people do,
and they
Lynette,
and
is
we
they'll
don't
leave.
recommend it.
They'll leave like now to go to warmer weather. So they'll leave from cold weather before it actually starts
Oh,
to
okay.
freeze and before the snow happens. They'll get to their destination down south and or maybe Florida or wherever they're going and just book there for like 2 or 3 months.
So that's why people do that then. Okay.
Mhm.
That makes a lot of sense then.
And then when the weather breaks up here, then they'll come back.
But if you change the tires over to winter tires and stuff, then you could be out there in the snow.
No, really,
And
they got it's recommended again, just like all terrain tires. You can't really put snow tires on something. It's not
so if you
recommended.
had the all terrain, you could still. What I'm trying to see is like people if they wanted to take a winter trip, to go skiing or something, could they do that? Is it feasible in an RV if you had the right equipment,
Yeah,
the
if you
right
had the safe
tires?
tires, yeah. Because oh man, that place we have to open the windows. It gets so hot in there.
Yeah, with the heater and all.
The heat, it heats up really good. Cooling it off is good, but not as good as the heat. Like every one of the last few nights we were there, we set the thermostat to 72, and it was too
It's
hot.
nice and cozy
It
in
was
there.
still
Yeah,
pumping, huh?
yeah, oh
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So you can live it in the wintertime. You just got to make
Oh,
sure that like put some protection on your pipes underneath to keep it warm. But as long as you got the heat going on inside of it, it's good. But there are some avid campers that
Yeah, they do camp.
yeah, they
They
they're
do
out
that
there at a
cold camping
campsite.
all the time.
Yeah,
yeah,
especially
that's what I
women.
was thinking.
They
Right.
do it.
A matter of fact, a lot of hunters do too. When they go for deer season, bear season, whatever, they camp out right there, right there in like the jungle or like the forest.
In the jungle. And you got
Hey,
some
when it's dark
diehard
at
people
night
that
like
are
that,
you got some diehard people that are campers that sleep in them tents, and I don't know how they do. I don't know how they do that in regular weather.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
yeah, because where we were in Virginia, down Massanutten, it was pitch black. I started going to the car gate and stuff, and after a while, I couldn't even see in front of me. I was like, "Nah, it really is dark." At first, I was tapping, let me tap. Then got like that. I was like, everything in that van was gonna stay until the next day because
you got to
you
go
out
through the
there
city,
with
right?
deer, bears, and other stuff. It was like not,
Snakes. Yep.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you got
and
to
the
be
dark rain.
conscious of your environment also because, like, the mere fact you
Oh
never know.
yeah,
So, like
And we were in the woods, so
Trina all the time want to go walking at night. I said, baby, we can't go out there. It's too pitch black.
well, I saw a snake, and then I understood.
even with a spotlight, it's still not wise to
Yeah,
go
it's
out there
crazy
like that.
dark. It's
Nah,
crazy
Hey,
dark.
that's that TV stuff.
exactly. Right.
Yeah,
That's that
That, yeah,
TV
that's
stuff.
and
that's that TV
there's
stuff.
also hills. Like you can't really see too much in front of you, so you're walking uphill. You could be going down. You just got to be careful out there. But it's so beautiful out there at night. The weather
It
is
is.
so
It's
nice,
beautiful.
you know. But what
Yeah.
you do is you sit out there in your campsite and you just basically have fun. That's what you do.
You have safe fun.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You can't forget that adjective.
I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna go ahead and try and log in with my cell phone, Lynn, and then I'm gonna show you some of the pictures that we took. I didn't have a chance to
Oh
upload
man,
it.
you know what? Listen, since I messed up today, you should send them to me and let me do a PowerPoint for next week and actually show a video. Or you know how you do it? Share your screen and
Yeah.
show a video. And that would be nice. Put some music to it.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. Yeah. I'll go ahead and send you through email a bunch of pictures,
Okay.
and I was actually trying to find because I could you could do it through your cell phone too. I could get on to just for your knowledge, you can get on to StreamYard with the same link that you gave me, and I would be on my cell phone,
Yes, yeah,
and then
yeah.
I could share my screen, and I'll show you real quick. We won't
Yeah,
spoil nothing.
StreamYard is pretty good. I mean, it's very versatile. The whole thing is like when I'm sending people links to come on, they say it's better to be connected to Ethernet, but we don't do that. But you have Wi-Fi, and they say a better computer. But you really can use your cell phone. And I've had a couple of people use their cell phone, and they went in and out. Okay, I'm adding it now.
All right.
So when I add it, then that's when I hear the echo.
Let me. There I go. So we good now.
Okay, we're back
So
in
we're
on.
muting, and now I'm gonna go and I think I can share. I can share right from my phone. No, it used to be you
Yeah,
could,
I got you on there.
but on my cell phone I see chat, and I don't see the. There's no option. It says camera, so I'm back with the camera. I don't have an option to. All I have an option to do is chat. I can't really share my screen
The
on my.
screen maybe it's not large enough. You think?
It's probably not a fee. I know Zoom you can.
Yeah.
Zoom you can. You can actually share your. You can come in and you can share. But
For
StreamYard is not
those that are
letting
tuning
you
in
do
or that have tuned in, this was a practice session of Tripping with the Birds. Although they gave some really good information, we got a late start, so we apologize. Not we. I apologize because this is DJ Straight. I apologize. They are guests. So
No, we can just chalk it up to just what a technology glitch.
chalk it up to we still learning what we're doing.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey,
it always some problems, believe me.
if Oprah can get on and do an interview with Gail, and she's so fuzzy, and I know they use app stuff, I'm like, now all that money they make, she should have a better Wi-Fi. She was like, they say, Oprah, we can't hear you. Oprah, we can hear you. And then she says, okay, I should move, and she'll move, and then she goes, it's on YouTube. So I'm saying, if they can mess up with all the stuff that they have, then certainly my cleaned out storage closet that has no ventilation except my little heater behind me and my fan right there, I think we're doing a wonderful job.
A total
And it's
wonderful.
only going to get better. So you guys better stay tuned in to WGMLB. I'm putting that free plug in because we have some exciting things that'll be coming up this month, next month, and especially in 2022. By then, I might even have some other colored shirts because I think I've worn all of them right now. If you go on YouTube,
It's good to
I
see
think I
you.
only had 10 made, and one is hanging right there. That's the black one. So I might have to get my niece. I don't know her company name to make some more. But
What?
anything else you guys want to add before we cut out?
I would just say precautionary. If you are an RV, you already have one. Definitely, make sure you get the winterization done correctly. You don't want to try to do the do it yourself way unless you're confident and you've done it and because we actually one year we did it ourselves and we had a boo boo, the pipe to the toilet froze and we didn't know it, so we get to the campsite, we're all set up, everything's rolling, and then one of us had to go, and we went in the bathroom to and tried to flush, and the water just came up with everywhere. um
Wow.
so we had to call a guy here to replace the toilet and everything. It cost us like $400 right on site.
Yeah.
um and so the next year Rick, he realized the mistake he made and he fixed it, so the next year we had no problems. But
She
then
say,
we
Rick.
realized also that there's some things that they do, like they oil places, and Rick checks the roof and all that. But there's a couple of things that they do that we didn't know that they do just for preventative maintenance. And so now that we know that, we planned on every other year because it usually it started out at $99. Now it's like $199 for them to do it, and you can save that $200 and do it yourself. But we want them to do, we're gonna find out when we drop it off, because this guy's the first guy that we're having winterize it up in this area. So
You're gonna try him out. See
we're gonna
what we
try
can
him
do.
out, and we're gonna find out exactly what he does and make note of it, so that we can, make sure we do it as well. But it comes
Should
with,
you
it tells you yourself in your training manual how you could do it yourself.
should you winterize even if you don't plan on taking any more trips, or should you
Absolutely.
just park it and wait till the summer? Huh?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
You need to
Okay.
winterize it regardless.
And you should also, as a precautionary measure, I keep a little space heater right in the middle, and I run that all day. Now, if it's a nice warm day, I'll go in there and turn it off, but it just keeps all your stuff. You got home kind of stuff in there. That's not used, it doesn't take
Yeah.
well to being cold, so, I like try to keep, and we a lot of times go into the RV and just chill. It's like a getaway in the wintertime. You go out there and you can, do some, just relax out there because it's outdoors, but you're still inside and comfortable. That's a
Okay.
nice
Cool.
experience as well because
Yeah.
you're in the RV. Um, you turn on the heater or the little heaters on, and you just sit there and you relax, watch
Yeah, because
TV,
you're not going anywhere. It's just cozy.
just cozy, yeah,
There you go.
just like a little
Okay.
getaway.
Cool. Rick, any parting words from you?
Yes, like you, I can't emphasize how critical it is to winterize because, like I said, you can have some mishaps happen, and I consider we consider ourselves like very very lucky because it was just a little valve that broke. But if left unattended, it could be much more worse and cost you a lot more money. So like just keep that in the
Yeah.
back of your mind.
Oh, and also if you're thinking about buying an RV, do it now because sales are down in the wintertime. Who's buying them?
Right. Matter of fact, there's this place called Camping World on Route 95 coming in it's in just outside of Richmond. Camping World. They
I've
got a
seen that.
oh man, you talk about
They got a million of them.
acres of RVs. But then again, you read the stats and they tell you that that they're very very limited. All you gotta do is go to this guy because I think he got all RVs.
Well, it's good too because if somebody even thinking about it, they may not can go out and buy it now, but they can at least go and talk about financing or say, hey, if I want to
Right.
do this next winter, then I kind of know what I'm facing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like you, that's a good idea. Get in there, make an appointment. Like run the numbers and see where you fit in at. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Everybody, anybody can do it.
Maybe I'll put a steering wheel on my porch and pretend like I'm in an RV
Okay.
out
Well, we
front.
saw this guy. He built something around his truck. We see a whole bunch
Okay.
of homemade ones too. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, use your skills and crafts and everything.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, cool. We're gonna sign off now and continue this next week. Tripping with the birds. Thank you all for tuning. Thank you, birds. Rick and
Thank
Trina
you.
for coming on. Thank you,
You're
everybody
welcome.
else for your understanding. And I'm gonna put the ticket up here. When we're not live here face to face, you all can always go on the website wgmlb.com, click listen live, or you can scroll down and see some of the other shows that we have coming up. Our sports show, we're going to have an exercise show, inspiration, nutrition. It's on there for a purpose, so we're going to get things done. So thank you all for tuning in, and this is DJ Straight with Tripping with the Birds every Wednesday from the RV or the house, talking about RV and everything else that comes up. We're very versatile in our subjects. Now, are you guys going on to your next show after this so we can let the people know where to tune in?
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, we might. We got a few little things. Well, I don't know, because right now I'm a little upset about some of the politics that's going on back home in our area. So I better keep my mouth.
Okay.
I better keep my. I better just go ahead and get something to eat and keep my mouth shut.
Go eat. Okay, I can go
But
along with that part. All right.
definitely. All right. Thank you so much, and we will see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. 6 o'clock,
All right.
everybody, and we will start next on time next week. It's the DJ's fault. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, he did not bring what